Erika Kirk, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Ben Shapiro were slated to film a piece of content together in Palm Beach. Daystar, a company I'd never heard of, was involved in the development. For whatever reason, this filming canceled at the last minute very recently. Daily Wire's going under. Maybe the grand plan is massive cash injection into TPUSA. After the cash injection, TPUSA buys Daily Wire, buys out Daily Wire, failing, crippled, losing tens of thousands of subscribers every day, every couple days. Okay, time to take my tinfoil hat off now. In addition to the news that we just listened to, Candace Owens talking about the fact that apparently Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, actually called into the Hamptons meeting while Charlie Kirk was there to have a conversation with Charlie Kirk, where he offered a trip to Israel for Charlie. He offered record level investment into TPUSA to bring TPUSA to the next level, right? He offered all these things. He offered, what else? Coming on the Turning Point podcast, the Charlie Kirk show, right? Doing all of this. And Charlie Kirk said, no, no, no. He said no to all of it, right? And then we have news that Pierre, the guy that Erika Kirk claimed to not know, Justin Streich claimed to not know, the other TPUSA officials claimed to not know this Pierre, this French billionaire, Catholic billionaire that wanted to invest record sums of money just randomly into TPUSA, and the deal ended up going through after Charlie Kirk was unalived. It turns out that all of this may in fact just be connected because Candace Owens just uncovered this simple fact. We'll be right back with the video, but I first want to share a brief message from one of our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Rezolve AI, NASDAQ ticker RZLV. Rezolve AI is working at the intersection of artificial intelligence, e-commerce, and digital payments. Their platform helps retailers use AI to improve how consumers search for products and complete purchases online. Rezolve exited 2025 with approximately $209 million in annual recurring revenue, and the company achieved its first profitable month. The company is guiding toward approximately $350 million in revenue for 2026. Rezolve recently announced a $250 million oversubscribed financing backed by institutional investors. Rezolve has highlighted partnerships with other major technology companies, including Microsoft, Google, and many others. In terms of how the stock is being evaluated, several top firms like Maxim Group, Roth Capital, and H.C. Wainwright have price targets ranging between $7 and $15, with multiple targets above $12. If you want to learn more about Rezolve AI and review their investor materials for yourself, visit investor.rezolve.com. That's Rezolve AI, NASDAQ ticker RZLV. And as always, do your own research. This is not financial advice. And I want to say a special thank you to Rezolve AI for supporting the show today. That apparently Erika Kirk, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Ben Shapiro were slated to film a piece of content together in Palm Beach. Daystar, a company I'd never heard of, was involved in the development. For whatever reason, this filming canceled at the last minute very recently. So Benjamin Netanyahu is actually slated to come out to Washington, D.C. this month, although maybe he's not going to come out to Washington, D.C. because it looks like a war on Iran is about to begin. But that had been why it was canceled? You know, I surely believe that could have been why it was canceled. As I've told you guys for some time, I did not actually believe that Netanyahu had any plans to come out. So this could have been, one of those things like, oh, yeah, sure, we've got plans, we've got stuff out there. This is a totally real trip, right? Now, here is a little bit about Daystar Ministries. They had a massive scandal. Thank you, Muhammad. They had a massive scandal involving serious allegations of child abuse by an unidentified man known as Pete, and a subsequent internal conflict between co-founder Joni Lamb and her son, Jonathan Lamb, who claimed his family was retaliating for reporting the abuse, leading to his firing and accusations of a cover-up. The dispute escalated publicly with social media posts, secret audio, and counterclaims of a smear campaign by Joni Lamb against Jonathan, resulting in several prominent ministries pulling their programming from the network. So, yet again, we have like the umpteenth example of Erika Kirk somehow being roped in, tied in with some sort of, child abuse, child trafficking scandal. It literally never ends. Literally never ends. Also, if you can believe this, it not only turns out that we have this whole thing with Erika Kirk, Netanyahu, Ben Shapiro, which, by the way, that is insane. Charlie literally said that, he hated Ben Shapiro. He told Tucker, apparently, that he really despised Ben Shapiro. He hated what he was doing in Gaza, right? He was very angry. He constantly was saying, I feel like I'm going to be killed. I feel like I'm going to die tomorrow, right? He apparently told someone close to Harrison Smith that he felt as though Israel was going to kill him, right? He told Netanyahu, no interview, no trip to Israel, no mass funding injection, right? But now Erika Kirk is doing this press tour with Barry Weiss, and she's coming out and saying that, this what happened to my husband. I forgive what happened to my husband. But if anyone condemns the state of Israel, that is absolutely unforgivable, disgusting, and anti-Semitic, right? So angry about that. But she forgives Tyler Robinson. Of course, also, we have to look to this story right here. Candace tweets out, oh, look, another Turning Point USA employee with proximity of a trafficking scandal. It literally never ends. This just keeps happening. Such a small world at the very top. Turns out Stacey Sheridan was working directly under Ken Starr when he was hired by Jeffrey Epstein. Stacey Sheridan is the Senior Advancement Director for Turning Point USA. California native, Stacey began her career at the Pepperdine University School of Law, working directly with Dean Kenneth W. Starr. She served as Director of Advancement and Alumni Affairs before being promoted to Assistant Vice Chancellor. And what? Ken Starr was hired by Jeffrey Epstein in 2007 to join his legal team defending against allegations of trafficking underage girls. Starr was instrumental in helping secure the controversial 2008 non-prosecution plea deal for Epstein, which allowed him to avoid federal trafficking charges and instead plead guilty to lesser state charges. We're noticing out here, folks. We are noticing. They don't like that, but we are noticing. And I'm noticing a lot. I'm noticing a lot of this all ties into Erika Kirk, trafficking, Israel. Why not throw Ben Shapiro in there? Why not throw the Daily Wire in there? Right? He already effectively bought his place in TPUSA. Charlie Kirk didn't have him on the list of keynote speakers for TPUSA's AmFest before he was killed. But then after he died, right, magically Ben Shapiro's name pops up on the TPUSA event list, and he's speaking at AmFest, and he's saying that Tucker Carlson is a virulent anti-Semite, and he's going on this tangent about how everyone but him is literally so wrong, so anti-Semitic, right? And also, then it came out, Andrew Colvett said, well, thank you so much for donating $1 million to TPUSA. Thank you so much. You should have said thank you for buying TPUSA. Thank you for contributing to the role of buying TPUSA. And I would also not be surprised if Ben Shapiro was involved in this massive billion plus dollar deal for the securing of TPUSA. Who knows? Daily Wire is going under. Daily Wire is going under. Hear me now, quote me later, right? Maybe the grand plan is massive cash injection into TPUSA. Erika Kirk, get her to, whatever, get her, or she already is this super staunch Mossad agent Zionist. I'm not saying she is. I don't want to get sued, right? Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. I don't know. And then after the cash injection, TPUSA buys Daily Wire, buys out Daily Wire. Failing, crippled, losing tens of thousands of subscribers every day, every couple days by the Daily Wire. Does that make sense? Okay. Time to take my tinfoil hat off now. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.